So all you need for this painting is, I have burnt umber, and I have cad red, and I have cad yellow, and I have titanium white, and I also have some ultramarine blue. This one's Windsor blue, but ultramarine blue is much better. So, and I also have some nice brushes for you to use, and this will make your painting a lot simpler. So the brushes you need for this painting are some Bristle brushes. It's always nice to have Bristle brushes on hand. And then we have palette knife. We'll have palette knives on hand. And we will have flat synthetic chiseled edge brushes. So have some nice liner brushes around. There we go. And they can be liner brushes, longer, you know, shorter. Have, like I said, 3 different sizes and you're set. And also with your, you can have a Filbert brush. And if you have all these brushes on hand, you can do any painting, okay? And if you have to add or take away and you don't use the brush that you got out, they're always there in case you need them. And same with the fan brush. Have 3 different sizes of fan brushes. So that's about it for this painting. But if we need to add more, you know, just have those brushes on hand and you'll be all set. I'm going to use my Filbert brush this time. Filbert Synthetic. I'm just going to use those dark colors again. I'm putting black on it so you can see them, okay? So I'm just going to put a big old rock here. So just make a straight line, make a hump, and you got a rock, okay? Straight line, hump, and a rock. See, that makes it a little easier because you don't have to concentrate on how to get a rock. And let's see, maybe another one here. Straight line, hump, rock. You can attach it to the other one there if you want. So you got a couple little rocks going on there. Another one here, just a line and a hump. Straight line and a hump. So you want, I don't know, could be one over here if you want. Just straight line and a hump. And make a rock. And you can pull it out in front there a little bit, just give it a bit of a shape. Make little ones just by touching, but we won't worry about that right now. And I'm going to lighten it up so you can see it. So on my dirty brush, I'm just going to add a bit of white. And come down to the left. From the top to the left. Down. Top. Down. Top. Down. To the left, diagonal left. Alright. That's just enough for now. That's fine. That's fine. Good. Good. I think we should put some grass down here just to get something started here. I'm going to use the fan brush. You can use a flat brush if you like. But get you know, used to using your brushes and see what they do, you know. Just use different brushes and see what they do. Don't have to use exactly the same brush I use. I'll just recommend something, but if it don't work for you, don't panic. I'm just putting my dark colors together, the brown, burnt sienna, and a bit of green. And maybe a bit of yellow. Just mixing it together just so I can get something going here, okay? So I'm just going to tap that on there. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Need more color. There we go. Good, 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 good. Now, see, just tap it on. Get to keep some of your underpainting. All right, pick up a little more yellow if you're having a hard time. You don't have to be really bright at this stage. We're just putting things in place. That's all we're doing. Yeah. It takes many hours to do a painting. So I'm probably going to have this in several lessons because, I mean, this could be 2 or 3 hours. You don't want to be sitting there watching for 2 or 3 hours. At least I do it in different stages, part 1, part 2, and part 3. It gives you a chance to work on part 1 first, right? And then you can perfect that to what you want, and if it looks good, then you can move on to part 2. You know, so give you a little more organization. So there we go. For those who don't like part 1, part 2, you know, if you don't want to wait, and you have to wait for them to come up, and then once they're all up, then they go in a playlist. But while you're waiting, if you don't want to wait for the lessons, you can either go to my Patreon page and get the full lesson before it goes up on out in public or on YouTube, and it'll probably go up a couple of weeks before it goes out. Okay, sometimes I put them up really early if I got them ready, and then you know that you don't have to wait then for all the different things, different parts come up. And that's my Patreon page. It's only $1 a month, you know. That's the way they got it set up. So it and really helps even $1 a month. I mean, that's how I got this camera. That's how I get these paints. I don't have to come out of my bill money from my mortgage stuff. It's wonderful. Costs a bit of money to do these videos, and I love doing them, so I'm so glad I can. If I didn't have support, I probably would do maybe 1 a month if I could, right? You know what I mean? Like, I'd have to do them a lot less because I wouldn't be able to keep up with all the paints that you need, and the cameras, and the canvases, and everything that you need to keep these going. So, thank you very much, guys. Really happy. So, and I know you can't support everybody. There's so many good artists out there, so many good videos for you to choose from. You know, but just pick whoever you feel that, you know, if you want to support them, or if you don't. And don't worry about it. You're supporting us by even just looking at our videos. Okay? Even that is a big help. Commenting, sharing our videos. All that is a very big help. See how much texture that has there now? Look at that. Isn't that nice? Now, because the light is coming in through the center here, we're going to lighten that up really bright. Alright, so I'm going to clean up my brush a little bit. And I'm going to add just yellow and some white. Really, really, really want it bright. Right, I'm going to leave that little hump there so I can play with some flowers or something. They're not sure yet. So that's where the light is coming in. So we'll brighten that up there. Just tap, tap, tap a little bit. Tapping gives you the texture, see? Alright, kind of like a little more green in there too. And then whatever's left over on your brush, okay, just start moving it around so that it won't look like just a blob of white there. So it'll look like it's all together in one. Alright, so make it all blend together, sort of. Right, there we go, see that? And as you move out, your paint is getting duller because you don't have as much on there, and that makes it all look like it's part of each other. See, that better? See how that, you know, so just move it around. Now that your brush hardly has any paint on it, you can play around with it all you want, see? Because you're not going to do any harm. You can bounce around, see? And that'll give you some nice, texture and that nice light. Isn't that pretty? Yeah. That's what makes a difference, the lighting and where the light comes in and things like that. It's just so beautiful. I'm just going to take my little bristle brush again. I'm going to add some color. I think to, I'm going to tap into some yellow, a little tiny bit of red, some little bit of orangey color, okay? And I'm going to add some color here. Yeah, there we go. All right. Now, you can see through that. I don't want you to be able to see what's down here. We'll fix that now in a second. We'll just get this much done first. We'll tap over that a bit. And then we'll go back in and get some red. And as we add more to it, that will cover that up. All right. This is just maybe some flowers or something down here. I'm not really sure, you know. And some yellow on top of that. Sort of blending in with it. There we go. When that dries, I'll probably give it another coat. Not really sure now what to do, if I'm going to leave that exactly like that now, but I'm just getting something in there just so I know where I want to go with it. Alright, so let's go back and get our burnt umber and our burnt sienna and make a shadow down here so that it won't look too... There we go. We need shadows, see? The shadow that was there wasn't fitting in with it properly, so you might need to add a little burnt umber and black and just to get that really nice darkness back in here again. There we go. Gives it kind of like bushes. See? But I mean, we have to make decisions, so we have to go back over things because I may have to fix that light a bit more. So I got my shadow in there, and now we can add more color on top of there. I'm going to add some yellows. I'm even going to go down into that shadow because I like mixing colors, you know. See what it does to it? Look at that. Isn't that nice? Yeah, look at that. Now let's get this up here. Nice and dark. But see how nicer it looks? It gives it more of a textured look, see? In between and stuff. I'm just adding a little bit of red here now. Just having fun with color. You guys do it too. Just go in with color, and if you fold it up, just go change it all to black again, or your dark color, and then you fix it up and away you go. So I'm just going to add a little more color down here. Little bits of reds and yellows. Reds and yellows. And that will make it look like there's something going on there. So isn't that pretty now? That's so much better, isn't it? Right? Look at that. See? I like that. If you lost some of your yellowish highlight there, you just add a little more yellow and white and just tap in there in case you lost it. If you didn't lose it, that's great. I feel like I lost some of mine. Okay. Same technique, you just move your brush around till it runs out of paint. So it'll all blend in together. Alright, so just keep that brush going and away we go. Alright, there we go. Now, that's the way you would do it so that you don't have to blend it. You just tap and tap off the paint that's there, and that will go right into your other paint, and it'll all look like it's all one. Yeah, just these little tricks and tips, you know. But you keep working and do the same thing I did and everybody else. Just experiment, see what happens, play with your brushes, see what they can do, see what they do. I mean, you might find another brush that might do this better. I don't know, right? That's nice, isn't it? Nice and bright there now, isn't it? That's cool. Now, it's kind of nice. It's not bad. I would like that green to be a bit darker though. That little tree now might need a smaller brush. one's kind of coming over that one, so it kind of gives it, pushes that one back a little bit, which is nice. And then, let's see if I can use my smaller brush for the other tree. It's kind of, this brush is kind of not doing what I want it to do. Try a sponge if you like. We're just giving it some. That's a bit too, it's not bad. It's bright because of the, sun shining in there, right? Bad. It's not what I'm still not looking for. I'm not looking for that yet. I might have to do something else. So I'm going to take some of my green and I'm going to see if I can thicken that up a little bit over there. Just see if I can take some of my burnt sienna and green. I think that might be a nice color. Burnt sienna and green. Kind of give it a bit of a shadowy look or something. So let's see. Yeah, that's nice. And we're thickening it up a little bit more. There we go. Alright, so we'll just add a bit more yellow because that's too much green. Alright. A bit more yellow. There we go. Now, what I might do with this too is I might try my sponge to get that really nice textured look that I was looking for too, right? Add a little bit of red too, and just see what happens here. Reds. Add some color to this. Thicken it up and add some color. Now, like I say, if you like it the way it is, you don't have to do this. Alright? Sometimes you can have a perfectly beautiful tree and then really destroy it, you know? So I'm going to add some yellow. No, I think I'm going to add my sponge. Alright, my sponge. Let's see what that's going to do. I'm going to tap into some yellow. And let's see. Maybe a little bit of red. Just pick whatever colors you want. Alright. See, it gives you so much more texture. You know, it's not bad. A little bit of white. Just playing around with the colors here. Now see if I can get something brighter. See if I can get it to show up a bit more, especially for you guys. Bad, not bad. So, like I say, I'm just playing around. I don't want you guys to mess up your painting. What you should do is also, if you're trying this, say you're trying this, tap it on a piece of paper and see what's coming out. Because if you see what's coming out, then you'll know what's going to be coming out on your canvas, okay? So that would be, you know, so every part that you do, and it's fairly new, and you're not sure what's going to come out like, tap it on your canvas first, or a piece of paper first, okay? That's a bit better. It's got more life to it now. And the one in the back there, I wouldn't mind having a bit of yellow or something on that. Try my sponge. It's got a bit of life there now too. Just for fun, I want to show you the very first time I tried this painting. And you're going to see how bad it is. Anyway, I'm going to show you. See, and I was just fooling around with some colors, and I was just trying to put things in place. I didn't add any, but look how horrible it is. I mean, you know, so don't ever get discouraged, because guys, you may have to do a painting 2 or 3 times before you can get it, right? I mean, I really like this one, but I can't, I don't like that big old tree in the middle there, you know? I got other things going on in this I'm not sure about either. This is just an experiment, okay? But some of this stuff in here is nicer than what I'm even showing you. But anyway, that's it. You know, Every painting I do is different. So if I do this painting again, this one here, it'll be different again. It's just, I don't know, it's just the way it is. So this here got to be lightened up. So just get your liner brush, or even your chiseled edge brush, or your liner brush. Okay, as long as you got a chiseled edge on it. And add some white to your brown, so that it's not totally white, but it's got a bit of a brownish look to it. And just add that to the edge here, just because the light is shining on it. Just the corner of your brush should be easier. Right, there we go. See, that helps. That helps to come out nice, right? Because the light is shining on it, see? And this part here, same thing. A little more light. That's where the light is. All these little details are nice, you know? And this one over here is the same thing. Little on the edge here. Good. You're going to be getting these rocks a little brighter too, because that light is coming right in here, you know? And you have to show that in your painting. So we want to put something here because it looks like the tree is just sitting there. So I'm just going to go with burnt umber just to get some basic underpainting here. Just maybe a bush or something go here or whatever, you know, like. Right, so there we go. Just a little bit of a, maybe I'll bring it out here a little bit too, in case we decide to put some flowers or something there. And over here too. Add a little bit of black on my brown so I can darken it up a bit. Alright. Down here in the front a little bit. Yeah, I want that nice and dark, because so you can add a little bit of black to your burnt umber, and that will help darken it up, because you want to be able to have a really nice underpainting. Alright. Let's see if this will stay out here like this. It might. Alright. Just put something here just to give it some color. Maybe just a few little. Alright, so let's see. It kind of surrounds it nicely, doesn't it? Pretty. So we're just going to add some color. I'm just going to add some red and some yellow. Make a few little things over here. Just very lightly, nothing too elaborate. Some yellow. To your dirty brush. See? It's pretty, isn't it? Maybe there's some down here. Whatever is left over in your brush, use for down here, okay? Because that's pretty, isn't it? That's pretty. I'm just jumping into all my light colors here on my palette. You see the mess I got, right? So you can see I'm just jumping around into my colors. I need a bit of yellow. And I'm just adding a few little details and highlights and things. See? But see, that dark underpainting is really important, because then it makes the light stand out. You can add a bit of white to that now if you want to, because as we get to the center we know that the light is coming in through here, so it's probably going to be nice and bright. This brush is working pretty good. This is the bigger bristle, see? A bit more white, kind of pinkish color. Just leave my brush dirty so I can decide what I want to do. tapping so I get all these little dots of color. Right? So I'm just going to put some green and bring up some of these grasses here. Okay. Turn your brush a little bit. I'm just using the corner of my brush here now, just to get a feeling of there's some grass there, and get some grass here. Oh, I don't want it to go and make it look, just want to pull up that grass a little bit, just so it looks like that grass is coming up a little bit. Now, goes a long way. Now look at this here. Maybe there's some here. Hard to stop when you're having fun, isn't it? Well, if you're having fun, then keep going. Let's get some of these strands of grass coming up here. I think I'm going to take this little teeny weeny brush. Just thought I'd show you a few things anyway. And I'm going to put red on one side and yellow on the other. A bit of white maybe. A few little flowers on top of that there, that's all. Just to give them kind of like, oh, it's not just strands of grass, it's flowers. Just touching. So what I did was I put a bit of red on one side of my brush and a bit of yellow and white on the other side. And that helped me get these little buds, flowers, fun things. There we go. See? Just touch, touch, touch. You don't have to rub your hand around or anything. Just tap, tap, touch, touch. Little flowers. Yeah. Some little red ones down here. Let's see if we can get some red ones. Reds are nice. Just move them around a little bit and have them wherever you want. I like a bit of white. Kind of brightens up everything. We got some brights going on in here because of the light coming in. A bit of brightness on the rock. Now, see? It's cute, isn't it? It's different. To bring it out a bit more. My little tiny liner brush. So all these little tiny details, you know, they stand out. That way you're not tapping over everything, you know, you're not losing it. Just little bits of yellow. Maybe add a little bit of white to it, it might look nice too. Here we go. There we go, it kind of stands out a bit more now, isn't it? Now, look at that. It's nicer. Maybe we could add a little more red to our pinky there. Right here. Add a little bit of white to our red. That might stand out a little bit more too. There we go. It's a little better, isn't it? So much you can do, isn't it? A little bit more down here. Just for color. Just as if there was some flowers and stuff going on in here too, right? Even though it's a big old tree, but still. See, it's so much different than the other one I did. Because I'm doing different things too, you know? I know the other one's really pretty, but try new things. This little brush is wonderful, isn't it? Just a little tiny brush, adding all these little tiny flowers. Now look at that. Yep. Good. That looks nice, doesn't it? A bit too. Yeah, looks nice. Probably add a little bit more green back here too, you know. There's flowers everywhere. I don't think we can get enough of flowers. They're so pretty. So I'm going to add a bit of green and white just to lighten up this. Although the back, maybe not too much white, because this is in shadow sort of back here, right? I'll just add a bit of green to it just to brighten up a little bit. Maybe a little bit of red with it. Keep it toned down a bit. Green, green. Don't turn. All right. This should do it. Got a nice little bush there. It's cute. Nice and colourful, isn't it? I like it. I hope you like it. Because, you know, if you like it, then that makes all this effort worthwhile. You know? Kind of lightening up this stuff here. I'm terrible, aren't I? I don't know when to stop. Now, there's lots more I can think of to do with it. I mean, you know, I could add more little sticks and stuff coming out here. But I think I'll leave it for now. Still not that happy with those trees. I'm not that fussy about those trees. I don't know what it is. I just don't like them. I'm going to add some green and yellow. Green and yellow. I think it's the color green I got there. Doesn't look like my normal sap green. I'm going to add some green and burnt umber. My, what am I going to do now? Let's see. I don't, maybe it's a shape. I don't know what it is. I don't like it. I can ruin it. This could be disastrous, but I can't stand looking at it. Oh my. Anyway, I'll add more green and brown. Maybe it's a shape. Now look, I'm making it too big, but I'm going to add some yellow, a bit of red or something, some red and brown. I'm just playing around here now to see what I get, right? White to brighten it up a bit. Just see if I can get some kind of feel to it. If I feel good about it, then I'll know I'm happy, right? Like I said, you've got to be happy. I think that's better. I think that's much better. I think I'm getting happy now. See? It's got more life to it than it did before. Yeah. I better leave it alone. But look, it's got more life to it. See? I didn't like it the other way. It looked too Christmassy or something. So anyway, I will stop. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you got to learn a few new tips and tricks and what brushes to use. That's the biggest thing, see, is the brushes, right? And getting the right brushes and getting things all to work together. and getting all those small details, and just probably put a bit more grass up over the rocks there, and you know, a few twigs sticking out would be nice. And if you wanted to put more light in the sky and some shadows in the water, there's so much more you can do. But just start with this first, and then we'll do another one with more detail. But I'd love to see your paintings. You can send them to AllisonPryor@yahoo.com, and give me a comment to let me know what you thought of this painting, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye from Allison Pryor.